Well, some segments of the market reacted accordingly. Yesterday, the equities market continued to see sell pressure. But from the fixed income segment of the market, we saw investors, bullish on the treasury bills and bonds market. We'll see those numbers in just a bit. But still talking about the markets, the Securities and Exchange Commission will be holding its last capital markets committee meeting for the year. And in talking about the markets, I'm being joined on the program by the head of Economic Research and Policy Management Division of the Commission, Afolabi Olowookere. Afolabi, it's good to have you on the show this morning. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Ari. Good morning.
So, first of all, let's take a look at the market. From the last time that the committee held its meeting, which is about a quarter ago, about 3 months ago to now, what's your view on the state of the market?
Okay, once again, thank you for having me. If you look at the Nigerian debt market and the Nigerian equity market in the last one quarter, we can look at it in two ways. We can look at it in terms of the regulations and the policies that have been done by the regulators. We can also look at it from the perspective of what is happening in the market. Let's start first from what the regulators are doing, and then we can look at the numbers. If you look at the last CMC, we had quite a number of issues discussed. We have the issue of registration with the Trade Association of Capital Market Operators. We had the issue of registration of associations, even with the Securities and Exchange Commission. And after that, we've been having a lot of agencies and a lot of institutions coming to the Commission for their registration. We also discussed the issue of e-dividend. We have the issue of the materialization. I mean, before the materialization, it was a big problem. People had to carry their share certificates around and things like that. But now we've achieved close to 99% of the materialization. And some of those issues were discussed at the last CMC. We have the issue of financial literacy that was discussed at the last CMC, and quite a number of efforts have been made in that regard. We have issues around cutting costs, transaction costs in the stock market and in the
all of these issues, are they still going to dominate conversations that will be held at this panel meeting?
Most times what happens is that technical committees come up with the updates of their areas. They tell the community what they've done in the last one quarter, the progress they are making, the challenges they're having, and then we look at how to move forward. But we have quite a number of achievements on those fronts. Then coming back to the market in terms of the numbers, the capital market, fortunately, I mean, if we just look at it broadly, the equity side and the debt side, usually one can go down, the other one goes up. So if people say the capital market is not doing well, it may not be totally correct in that regard. The debt market, the equity market first, at the last time, close to 10 trillion in capitalization, now far lower than that. In terms of the market, Ocean index is also far lower than we used to have it. But we also understand what is happening there. We know that you cannot insulate that market from the general economic environment. In other words, apart from company factors, there are also macroeconomic factors, there are global factors, and there are investor sentiment factors that affect what is happening in that market. We are in a very high inflationary environment. Interest rate is very high, so there's this attractiveness to the bond side. Unfortunately for us, in the last 3 years, we've had the FMDQ platform, we have the NASD platform, and a lot of investment are also happening on those sides. In other words, we look at what we are losing in equity, the bond market is also getting more vibrant, although we can still do better than we are doing.
Okay, but Afolabi, the implementation of the 10-year capital markets master plan has dominated dialogue at each of the CMC meetings since January, with different discussion points with regards to recapitalization, like you talked about, direct cash settlement, e-dividend, and the rest of it. So how much of these achievements have been recorded on these elements with regards to the master plan?
Yeah, quite a number of them. On the dematerialization, I mean, we have a very big success there. The CMC tomorrow, we are going to discuss it, and now we are close to 99%. So that means we are doing very well there. On the e-dividend, initially we had quite a number of challenges in terms of people going to banks and they could not mandate banks because of maybe regular signature, maybe funds are not available. But with the assistance of central bank and all other agencies, banks have been told to ensure that people have been able to mandate their. So now what we currently have is we have a lot of people coming out to do their e-dividend, and it's far better than we used to have it. Direct cash transfer, of course, we are having a big success there. In terms of if you want to go and register now, you have to, I mean, once your dividend is directly paid into your account. The problem is people that are probably registered before now who are not to do. But for people that are coming on board, that's a very big success.
But then I remember there was a deadline on the e-dividend deadline of June 30, yes. 2017, and December 30 yes. deadline for operators yes. recapitalization. Yes. Is there anything changing?
No, because deadline is always very useful, and because of that, a lot of people are coming up on board to make sure that their mandates and those things are done properly. I would also like to mention something around the financial literacy, which is a very core aspect of Capital Market Master Plan. And that's one of the, that's one of the reasons why the CMC of tomorrow will be very useful for Nigeria and the capital market generally. I think as we progress, we'll talk more about that.
No, so you can talk about it, because okay. I know that in terms of financial literacy, the Commission has tried to do a lot. And yeah. some 10 years ago, yeah. there used to be this journal, yes. From the Commission yeah. that would give regular updates on what they're doing and talking to operators as yeah. well, getting their inputs and making, investors understand yeah. what the Commission is doing. So is that going to be resuscitated? Yeah.
Definitely. If you look at financial literacy, maybe I should say this, that you must be knowledgeable to play in the capital market. Or you have someone who is knowledgeable who then advises you. So for financial literacy, what the Commission is trying to do is, at the elementary level, we try to make sure that students are very knowledgeable about the capital market, and also we are looking at it at the tertiary level. At the elementary level, we have a lot of programs running on television. We go to schools, we teach students on the capital market, we do quiz, debates, competitions, and the rest. And at the tertiary level, we use the journal. So the journal serves academics, industry practitioners, students who are at the tertiary level who probably want to understand what is happening in the capital market. So we had the Security Market Journal before now, which went under 10 years ago. But the new management of Securities and Exchange Commission under the leadership of Mr. Muniguazo has worked tirelessly to ensure that that is brought back on board. So one of the things that is going to be launched tomorrow at the CMC is the Nigerian Journal of Security Market. And it went under 10 years ago, but it's coming back on board and stronger than before. And I'm hoping that the operators are not in for any major surprises with regards to developments in the market. Yeah, they are aware. We've also, the notices have been sent around. The Honorable Minister of Finance, Ms. Kemi Adeosun, will be the guest. Mr. Bismarck Wewani will be the chief launcher tomorrow. And we are also inaugurating the editorial board of the journal. The journal now, better than before, has quite a number of articles, because this is the maiden edition after the last time. And we have quite a number of issues. We have issues about how to mainstream the capital market into the national development. We have issues about OTC market, because you can see the over-the-counter market in Nigeria is developing and is moving forward, and there are quite a number of developments in the global environment. So we are looking at what lesson Nigeria can learn from those places. And we're also looking at the issue of efficiency of the markets. There's a very good article on market efficiency, trying to see whether stock market has a long memory, and those are very useful. What we'll try to do is that the journal will be able to address the needs of policymakers, of academics, and of industry players in the capital market. So
what I was actually asking is, hopefully, this is the last meeting and so much has happened this year, listening to you, how you traced the state of the market in terms of the equities and, of course, the other side of the market, the bonds and treasury bills as well. But for tomorrow, are there any, should operators be on the lookout for any sudden developments with regards, policies or regulations from the Commission? No surprise. Well, tomorrow, when we get there tomorrow, we'll know. But there shouldn't be any surprise. What happens at the CMC usually is like a parliament. Most of the people that attend it already know what is going to be discussed. There are usually issues around the capital markets, what challenges are we having, how to move the capital market forward. And committees will come up and telling us the outcome of whatever they have done. And there will also be some inquiries that were made at the last CMC, maybe to PENCOM, to CBN, to different agencies that also observer goals on the CMC. So they will come tomorrow to also tell us the outcome of such inquiries. Afolabi, we've got less than 25 trading days, full trading days to the end of the year. What's your outlook for the rest of the trading days till we end 2016?
Okay, my outlook is that the equity side of the market will close the year better than we currently have it. We have to, and we know quite a number of factors are affecting it, but some of those factors are going to subside at the end of the year. There were quite a number of expectations to the last MPC, and that probably affected the market a bit. The government budget process is in high gear, and the government is also trying as much as possible to dust up its plan. So we expect that those will have positive impact on the capital market. Equity debt side, there can be some kind of trade-off, but definitely it's going to be better than we currently have it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Afolabi, for joining us on the program this morning and giving us a sneak peek into what to expect at the CMC's final meeting, which is happening tomorrow.
At Federal Palace Hotel.